Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Dr Magnesium. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that's pretty hot right now. It seems to be everywhere. It's ultra processed foods, or more commonly known as UPFs. This is a massive topic. It's very complex and it's going to take up a lot of time to get our heads around and to understand fully the dangers and why we're eating them and why they're added to foods. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this down into several different videos, and the first one I'll be doing now will be about what is a UPF and the classification of UPFs. So as I say, ultra processed foods, more commonly known as UPFs, they were first, the term was first coined by a doctor from Brazil in 2014, Carlos Montiero. And he first started looking into this when he noticed that he had a lot of patients coming in, obese patients who were overnourished, whose bloods were showing that they were undernourished, and he was thinking this didn't make sense. So he started to look into it a bit further, and he come up with a rather useful classification system, which is recognised as the classification system today, called NOVA, the NOVA classification system, which is NOVA, and that's four groups. So the first group is natural, unprocessed or minimally processed foods, which is simple really. It's things like, for example, an apple. You take an apple off a tree, it gets driven to a processing centre, taken to a market, taken to a local shop, taken to a supermarket, whatever. So it's minimally processed, it's taken away, categorised, grouped and sold, and that's it, nothing added. The second group, Nova 2, is processed culinary ingredients, so oils, butters, salts, etc. But interestingly, not margarine, which we'll go into a little bit later on. But these are food products that are minimally altered. The structure may be altered, the form may be altered by being milled, or they may be ground down. So you get wheat, for example, turned into flour, or you get rock salt turned into more of a powdered salt. And these are not ultra processed. These are classed as a Nova Group 2. Group 3 is processed foods, but not ultra processed. So foods such as bread, so freshly baked breads from a bakery would be classed as a processed food, not your classic plastic wrapped bread that you get in the supermarkets, which again we'll go into next. But foods such as fresh breads, canned fruits, so canned in syrups, cheeses, stuff like that are classed as processed, but they still retain enough of the nutritional benefit and enough of what they were originally to be classed as processed, not ultra processed. And the last group is the ultra processed foods, that's Nova 4. And these groups are a group of foods that are so far altered from the original state that they technically are no longer classed as that food group. So the physical composition, the chemical composition has changed significantly. So you don't get the nutritional benefit that you would have previously. And these are the UPFs. It's a massive, massive range of foods, and we'll go into a little bit further as we go on. But that's the initial classification system, the NOVA classification system. Okay, so that's the end of the first video. It's nice and short, but just if you want to do a little bit more research on that, the person who coined the term was Dr Carlos Montiero from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it was in 2014. We'll go on to a little bit further next, but that's the end of the first video. Thank you for watching. Bye.